What's going on, Oye Dimelo? My name is Monica Marquez, aka MoMo from MoMo on the Move. Check out my podcast on all listening platforms and visually through YouTube. My podcast is all about exactly what it sounds like being on the move. I am still very much on the pause, but I speak story time with Mom. I've been told many times that I have to tell the tales that I have lived through and survived. So now it's just time to roast myself and expose my stories because I ain't got nothing better to do. So today's topic is going to be sneaking in and sneaking out. I wanted to start off with this story because it's in honor of my best friend's father who recently passed due to COVID. And it's just always like that story that reminds me of him because I will never forget this because I was terrified. And he's probably still not laughing about what I did up there. No. But a little background story on Alexa's dad, Mr. Pablo Criollo. He is the definition of a grumpy cat. Like, he's just like the guy that you never want to mess up in front of because he always had a lecture for you. Always. Like, he didn't miss a beat, man. And, you know, I was just very infamous for losing my shit. Like, my keys, my phone, my dignity, all of it. So, I had been living with my best friend Alexa for 3 years in Queens because it was closer to work for me. So, like, I was adopted by that family. So I go out with my friend Manuela, and it was Halloween time. So we went out to a Halloween party. I slept at Manuela's house, but I had to get back to Alexa's house because I had shit to do the next day. And all my shit was at her house. But my dumbass leaves my keys at Manuela's house. And like I took a whole, like it wasn't easy transportation. It was like a 45-minute ordeal to get back to Alexa's because I had to take the bus, I gotta walk to the bus, switch transfer buses, and like it's like early. And I'm still in my astronaut costume from the night before. I'm in an astronaut onesie, white, all white. And it's like a muggy October morning. I forgot my keys. I go to the door. I'm like, fuck. Alexa's not home. Her grandma's in the house. She ain't going down the stairs. I didn't want to ring the bell. It was too early, and like I didn't want to hear it. And I knew Pablo was there. So I was like, fuck. But you know, I had snuck in her house before, but with Alexa, and it's through this tiny ass window that goes into the bathroom by the kitchen. So I see that the window is open. But like the window is a little high. Like I need to stack chairs or whatever is around to reach it. I can't just jump in there. No. And I see that the bathroom, like from the window outside, like I see that the bathroom door is open. And like when the bathroom door is open, you can see into the kitchen. And in the kitchen, like this is where I was nervous. I was like, I hope nobody walks into the kitchen. So I'm like, you know, like crawling up there, and then like I have half my body in the window. My legs are like dangling outside. This window is literally like lit. Oh, if I was any bigger, it was not gonna happen. I would have just stayed outside till further notice. So I am like almost in there, and I see Pablo in the kitchen, and I'm just like, and him and I make eye contact. He's in the kitchen. I'm halfway in the bathroom through the window, and we just lock eyes, and I literally poop right there. Like, what? Like, it couldn't have been anybody else. And he looks at me like he wants to kill me because he thinks somebody's robbing his house. Because who the fuck is this bitch in the fucking astronaut costume just sneaking in the bathroom window? Like, who? And then he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I forgot my key. And he was like, oh my god. He was like, you're a fucking idiot. 1. 2, why the fuck would you not ring the doorbell? 3, where the fuck is your key? And I was like, all valid questions. You see, sir, I left them at Manuela's house. house, and Alexa's not here, and you know, I just did not want to bother you guys. And he was just like, so that was my sneaking in story. Not a success. No, that was my last time sneaking in the house. My sneaking out story, even better. Honestly, this was the moment that I realized that I was going to be an actress. This was my Oscar-winning performance that I still am waiting for my reward. Let's rewind. Let's take it back to MoMo's junior year of high school. This is when I started becoming a rebel. So my junior year of high school, like, listen, my parents were the typical Hispanic parents who just did not let you out. Like, you could have done everything right. They just still were like, no, because I said so. That was the only reason, because they said so. And I would always be like, why? Like, I'm straight A's, I'm an AP student, I'm do extracurricular activity, I'm like in 3 sports, I have a job, like I clean the house. What else can I do for you, Mom? What else can I do for you, Dad? Sleepovers were prohibited. I just wanted to go out and party, but my dad would be like, you can go out. I had to ask 2 weeks in advance. He'd be like, you can go out. And I was like, okay, what's the catch? Because he's like, you gotta be home by 10:30. I'm like, Pa, the party starts at 10. That's not my problem. You need to be home by 10:30. And I was like, why do you hate me? So then, you know what? My dad, he likes to drink. He gets drunk. So you know what? One night, like once I realized that once my dad's out, like and I'm on the first floor. Once I realized that my dad was from all the alcohol, all the beers he drank, I was like, all right, I'm gonna just sneak out. I'm gonna just not tell him.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna wait till this man falls asleep. So I do. So I was like, all right, I got that. Snuck in, and I snuck out, and I snuck back in easily, no problems. Then I got cocky. It's always when you get cocky. My sister was like, can I watch TV in your room? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. But I'm leaving. Like, lock the door, make sure Mommy and Papi don't come in here, and just like keep the TV on. Bet. She was like, bet. And I was like, I don't know how well this is gonna go, but you know what? I was like, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? So you know, in high school, when you're about to go to a party, but like you're not allowed to bring any alcohol, and you get a water bottle and you just fill it up with whatever alcohol your parents have in the house. That's what I did. I had the whole bottle of vodka in my room, and I was like, and I had my little romper on. Sneak out the window, easy. This isn't brand new. And before I leave to the party, because it's nighttime, and I'm just like scared to walk to this party alone. It's like a nice 20-30 minute walk. So I call my cousin Brian, who he's like younger than me and allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants. So I was like, Brian, sneak out and come to the party with me and like walk with me to the party. And he was like, bet. He lives like 5 minutes away from me, driving. So homeboy meets me at my house and we start walking. I was like, yo, we want some alcohol. Here we go. We on the move. We're like, literally go down like a block maybe down the street. And I see a call from Priscilla, which is my sister, and I'm just like, Priscilla? Because I know that Priscilla doesn't have her phone right now. Because my dad broke his phone, so he's using Priscilla's phone until he gets a new one. And I'm just like, nice. And I'm just like dodging the call. I dodge it once, and then I answer it the second time, and he's like, where are you? And I'm just like...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
What? And he's like, where the fuck are you? You're not in your room. Why is Priscilla in your room? And I'm like, I'm in the backyard. Because like I have a pretty decent sized backyard. I have a big backyard. And like I thought my dad was lit. So I was like, okay, maybe him giving me like checking the backyard will give me some time to like sprint to my house. So I'm like, Brian, I'm gonna need your sweatpants. I'm gonna need you to hold this bag, and I'm gonna need you to just hold all of this. I need your sweatpants, so because I need to look like I was not going to a party. I need to look like I was just going for a walk, because that's what I'm gonna say. And he was like, what? I just walked to your house to go to this party. And I was like, go to the party. Here's some alcohol. Bye. I gotta go. My dad's about to kick my ass. So I'm sprinting, I get calls from my dad. He's like, I don't see you. Where are you? And I'm just like, I'm there. I'm looking for you. And he's just like, Monica, don't fucking play games with me. Where are you? I'm like, I'm in the back. I'm in the back. I get to the front of my driveway and he's waiting for me. And I'm just like, homeboy looks like he wants to just put me in a coffin. Just, that's it. Homeboy grabs me by my head, drags me to the back, and throws me against the house. And it's just like, where the fuck were you? Like, I was so, like, I could tell he was terrified, disappointed, and angry. And I was just like, I have never seen my father look like that, like, at the same time, because of me. I was like, and I just started crying. I don't cry. And I just was like, because my dad used to scare the shit out of me. Like, I got stopped by the cop once, and I was like, honestly, I just really hope you don't tell my father, because that is who I'm scared of. I'll handle this. I'll handle all this. But my dad? No. So he's screaming at me, like, tossing me. Like, he literally was manhandling me, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And he was like, where were you going? Where do you think you're going? It's 10 o'clock at night. And I'm just like, I was just going for a walk. Like, I'm in tears. I was just going for a walk. And he's like, why are you going for a walk at this time? And I was just like, coming up with shit on the file. I was like, because I was stressed. And he's like, what the fuck are you stressed about? And I'm just like, you. And I was like, oh hell no. When I said that, I was like, I knew that was the moment that I was going to switch the whole plot right now. So he was like, me? I just told him I needed to stress walk. I wasn't going to a party, but like, I just have been stressed with work, with school, with you. You just like, nothing is enough for you, da 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 da. And he was just like, oh shit, it's my fault. And I was like, oh shit, he thinks it's his fault. I'm gonna run with this. Because he was like, you know, like before I had my little Oscar like performance cry and speech and blamed it all on him, he was like, you're not going on your cruise with forget your phone, your laptop. You ain't going nowhere, kid. You thought you weren't going anywhere before. That's funny. Because my best friend Amaya, it was her 16th birthday, and her mom said that she could take anybody on this cruise. So she chose me. I had never been on a cruise before. And honestly, that was the last cruise I ever been on. All paid for. It was great. But like, my parents barely let me sleep over her house. So when they allowed me to go on the cruise, maybe because her parents paid for it, I was astonished. And I was like, no, I lost the cruise. Like, I gotta come up with some good ass shit right now. Like, fuck. So then I was like, no. That's when I was like, I had to blame. I've gotta do something. I gotta blame it on my dad. And then he was like, oh my God, like, I'm sorry. I just like, don't ever do that again. Like, you know that you scared me. Like, I didn't know where you were. Like, you could have gotten hurt. I was like, no, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. And I was supposed to go to the beach the next day with my best friend Andrea. So he's like, because he was like, forget the beach, forget your laptop, forget the cruise. He's like, fuck you. And I was like, And he was like, you know what? I'm not going to tell your mother about this. And I was like, and we're just going to act like this never happened. I'm going to give you all your shit back. But I swear to God, if you plan on sneaking out ever again, I will kill you. And that's it. And just know that every night when you fall asleep, I'm going to be watching. I'm not sleeping until you fall asleep. I'm going to be checking on you every single night. So don't try anything. And I was like, That was that. And then that is when I knew my dad was my nigga. I was like, that's my friend. And after that, my dad has kind of backed me up on a lot of things, because my mom be violent. So sneaking out and sneaking in, people, I don't suggest it. Honesty is the best policy, but I understand when living with Hispanic parents, that's not going to get you anywhere. Like, you just gotta abide by their rules. But I mean, if you have to just pull the U card, you only get to pull it once in life, and that was when I pulled mine. So until next time, I don't know what my next story time should be. Comment below on what kind of story you want to hear next for the next story time with Mo. If you like what you saw, follow us on all social media platforms. For more Oye Dimelo, click over here. And for more Momo on the Move, click right here. Peace.